Andy Warhol once said, everybody will be famous for 15 minutes.
Welcome to another edition of Stretching Out My 15 Minutes. I'm your host, Alicia Cooper. This week, we're talking about the two-party system, and it's really stretching out its 15 minutes. I'm trying to figure out why people keep hitting up my YouTube channel, asking me why I'm a Democrat. You're black, why would you be a Democrat? They don't do anything for the African American community. Well, I don't know what the Republicans have done that should be touted so highly. I don't think I'd be any worse off if I were a Republican than I am a Democrat, but there's a lot of reasons why I'm a Democrat. Nobody's in a party for one reason. Nobody's a single issue voter, and I'm not. I have a long list of reasons why I'm a Democrat, and I pay attention to everything. I pay attention to stuff other people don't even pay attention to, like the spouses. I look at the spouses of conservatives, and a lot of these women haven't even been able to leave the house. You know, they've been told by their husbands, you cannot work. You got to raise these kids and sit in the house, and you know, that's a noble profession. But what if that's not what that woman wanted to do? I look at Ann Romney with Mitt Romney. Ann had to sit there many decades and just watch Mitt fulfill his potential while she just sat there and didn't get to live any of her dreams. You can look at a lot of the other guys. George H.W. Bush, Barbara Bush did nothing. Jeb Bush is married to a Mexican American. She hasn't worked anywhere. Donald Trump, all his wives are just arm pieces. They don't even look like they got chemistry. You know, they thick accents. They barely can speak the language. You barely can understand them. And it doesn't matter to him because he ain't trying to talk to him anyway. Dr. Ben Carson, his wife is highly accomplished. They met at Yale, but she had to sit in the house and raise 3 boys and watch him reach his full potential. When this woman is highly skilled, you know, she wanted to be an opera singer, and now she's past her prime, so that dream is dead.
And the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Gosh, that's what happens when you don't allow a woman to reach her full potential in her prime. It's one thing if you're doing this because you want to, then it's another thing if you've been mandated that that's your role as a woman. This isn't the 1920s. So I started looking at the Democrat side and how the men have their women as their equals. These women stand toe-to-toe with them. They rise together as professionals, accomplished people. Bill Clinton, Hillary, a lawyer. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, a lawyer. Joe Biden, his wife Jill Biden, PhD. Bernie Sanders, his wife, PhD, president of a college in Vermont. Martin O'Malley, his wife is a current circuit court judge. So why is there such a difference in the spouses on one side versus the other? And for me, you want to know why I'm a Democrat? That's one of the reasons. I relate to the accomplished woman. I love it. I think that woman can turn around and show her daughters what you also can accomplish. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because you're taking a risk watching somebody else fulfill their dreams, and they can trade you in for a younger model and you have nothing to show for it. And it's harder for old women to get a man than it is for old men to get a woman. We've seen a bunch of 80-year-old men with 5-year-olds. You've seen it. Some of y'all watching this are it. As a student at an HBCU, it's very important. This is the time when you pick your political party. And these are the things you need to take into consideration. What side do I relate to more? I'm going to college, I'm successfully matriculating, I'm racking up all these student loans, I'm taking all these hours, and do I want to do all that to then get married and have to sit in the house and not even use my degree? Now, if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but you could have dropped out in the 8th grade and sat at home and not, not had a profession. So make sure you pick wisely, pick your mates wisely, pick your political party wisely, and pay attention to everything that's going on, because this is a very serious time in history. And everybody, regardless of gender, race, religion, creed, should be allowed to reach their full potential.